Hello, this is Lolly, and I want to do sort of a recap of some things that I brought home from Creativation this year. Creativation is the vendor event, the showroom for CHA, which is Craft and Hobby Association. CHA is going through the process of changing their name to AFCI instead of CHA. So I think I have to do this in two parts, and the first part will be the things I got from there in the classes that I took, and the other part will be things I got at the booths as I went by, although some of these are from the booths. They give you a lanyard and a canvas bag when you get there. They have your name in one of these. They scan the code here. It has a little code here, color-coded, so that they know what your affiliation is, what your purpose is there, and that helps the vendors to know whether you're a buyer or what your purpose is. And then, so the scanning here allows you to get into all the classes that you have signed up for. And they also have in the back, they have all these tickets that you can drop off every day for daily drawings from the companies that are, doing giveaways. So let me put this away. So this is your kind of your lifeline there. And I'm going to give you, underneath here, I'm going to give you the link to the video I did for my, adhesives class, because that was such a big haul that that's its own separate video. Okay, so let me just pull this out. And first of all, I want to say that the U.S. Postal Service, when they release a new stamp, they do a first day release, and they did a first day release for the for their new love stamp, and they did it at Phoenix while we were there. So they went to Creativation. And so if you buy the stamps, then you can have them do their cancellation on it. The little H kind of just crosses it off, and it has the date. And so I thought that was really cool that they did that. So I got that, and I had bought a stamp and have them put it here. And actually, this was my friend's stamp. I stole her stamp. She bought stamps. And then they canceled my little booklet here. So pretty cool. They were handing out the little enamel pins with that stamp on it. And I did pay for the first release envelope here that they also canceled. So I had a lot of canceling done here. And also the artist who designed the stamp was there, and she was being interviewed. They had the press there. It was quite the event. And they had a few things you could buy, and I picked this up, this shadow box. And it's got the stamp down the right-hand corner and then the artwork of the stamp behind it. It's very cute. And again, it has the date of the first release down at the bottom, and it says Phoenix. So I just thought that was great. It was interesting to be there. And sorry, I just bumped my camera. It was interesting to be there. Okay, now classes. I took the Etch-All class, which is etching on glass. And so what they had us do, it was in two steps. First, they had us take these candle holders and just submerge them in this liquid solution, and it did this frosting here, and that took about 20-30 minutes. And then you just rinse off the solution. And then we did a plate, and I don't have it because I gave it away. It was a round glass plate, and we did the words around it, and it said, eat, craft, sleep, repeat around it. And I gave it away. And then they gave us glue, which you'll see, in order to glue this to the plate and make it like a cake holder. And then they gave us the pre-cut, you can see the cutting on this. They gave us pre-cut vinyl stencils, and we could choose which saying we wanted on this glass. These are slanted like this, so that when you put them around here, it actually looks straight. This one says, keep calm and create, and it has a pair of scissors in the top. This, we used the cream solution here, this etching cream, and that way it doesn't run down the glass. So we would put our stencil on there, we would paste the cream on there with this, and let it set for 15 minutes. Then we'd scrape off the extra cream, put it back in the jar so you're hardly using any. We would rinse it off, then take off the yellow sticker, the yellow stencil, and rinse it off again. And it came out beautifully. So they gave us this jar to take home. They gave us a little squeegee. They gave us this cute little straw to put in our glass. and the plate and the candle holder, and there's the E6000 to glue the candle holder to the plate, and they gave us a poking tool to poke out all of the stencil, and they also gave us this candle holder, but we didn't have time to do it, at least I didn't. So there was all of that, and there were still stencils left over, so that was really worthwhile, and I'm excited about that and what I have learned. So let me clear my desk off. Okay, next up, I took a class from PBO, and this was porcelain painting, and she gave the instructions, and we had all the paints necessary, and we painted these mugs. So she had us do some chalkboard on the back so we could put our name on it. And then she had different images that we could trace onto the mug. I chose the dragonfly, and you can see I used pink and lavender, purple for the body, and then gold all around it. And I did the dots all around the bottom. So it was still, we were using a blow dryer, but then it was still thick enough that I was nervous taking this around the convention and the showroom. And so I asked what we could do, and she said that we could drop these off at the PBO booth and put them on their shelf for their projects in the back. And they let us leave them there, and so we picked them up at the end of that day. It was such a help, because some of these things that we make, we're carrying them around wet. And that, I just loved it. They were so helpful in that way. And then to take home, now these have blue tape on them because I figured they'd been open, and in order to get them home and not have them leak all over suitcases or boxes or whatever, I wanted to tape them shut. So these stubby little jars here are the paints that actually did this right here. So let me get these out and see if I can show you. So we got to take home, I think we were supposed to take home 2 or 3, but then in the end we were still there, and at the end of class, and she had extras, so she let us take them. So I've got 6 of them right here. And then she let us take home 2 of these markers, which are right here. Excuse me. And the markers are what you draw the image with. Let me get this one back off the floor. And then this is like the gold pen that you squirt around here, and it leaves a nice border on there. So all of those came, we were able to take home. Let me clean up this mess now. Okay, and next up, I took a class from Seth Apter called Radiant Rust. Let me get this out of here. He had instruction sheets for it, and he was guiding us along in the process. And I want to rotate this around so you can see that it glimmers. This is the actual project right here, but we were using this to transfer paint to this, so now I can use this as well. And then the top part is this part here. And we're supposed to affix that there, but I decided I wanted to bring it home and work on it some more, because I feel like this needs to be built up. It's not quite where I want it to be. And then as far as take home, they laid a lot of materials and goods that we were going to need between us and the person next to us, and we each got to take home a stamp set, and this is Seth Apter's Designs. So you can see how many stamps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one of which is a big stamp there. We got to take home 2 of the Delicata stamps. This is the Black Shimmer, and this is the Golden Glitz. So there were 4 between me and the person next to me. She had 2 different colors. So we used the 4 together, and then I took 2 and she took 2. And then there were also 6 of Seth's chalk paints that we used on these projects, and that and the person next to me, we share them, and then in the end, I take 3 and she takes 3. So they're still new. And one more thing that we got to take, and that was these. And this is a gold spray. This is like, if you think of this as a gold squirt, it's got a fine tip on it in order to put detailed dots along your project. And then there's a fine point glue right here. Okay, and it dries transparent. So that's what I got to take home from Seth's class. So the next video will be everything that I got at the booths or at Make and Take projects. Thank you for watching.